What's up, everyone? It's Jay Ray, the co-host of Q Points, and one really important way that you can support our show is by subscribing to it wherever you listen to podcasts. Q Points is pretty much everywhere. One of those places where you can subscribe, and we highly encourage it, is on Apple Podcasts. If you visit qpnt.net/Apple Podcasts. You could subscribe to the show and listen to all of the episodes. And please, please, please leave us 5 stars because you know you love Q Points, and leave us a review. We really want to hear from you, and it helps to spread the word about the show. It's that simple. Thanks so much for tuning into Q Points, and thank you so much for supporting us. Have a great one.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Q Points. I am DJ Sir Daniel.
What's happening, y'all? My name is Jay Ray, sometimes known by my government as Johnny Ray Cornegay III. Nice to see everybody.
Absolutely. And listen, before we get started, this is so random, but I just have to mention it. So I came home early, and I'll tell you why I came home early in just a second. I came home early, and I happened to catch the very special episode of The Facts of Life this afternoon.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was the episode when Tootie almost became a victim of sex trafficking.
Oh, I've never seen that one. I thought it was going to be the sex one. I don't think I've seen that one. I thought this was the sex one. Okay, so this one was the sex trafficking. Okay.
It was the sex trafficking, and it was just so, I was amazed that they were writing about that back then, and specifically showing what kinds of tactics that the traffickers use to get girls to come through and to be put on. And it was the same tactics that they're using now. And I was just like, I was fascinated. Wow. I was like, wow, that was, poor Tootie. She almost got caught up. She almost got caught up. But so yeah, sorry, real random. It was just, I just had to share that with y'all. But the reason I was home early was because I had a doctor's appointment. I had my annual physical.
Oh, nice.
Blood work, turn and cough, everything, all of that stuff. But the most important things, guys, is that I got my referral for a colonoscopy, for my first colonoscopy. So I'm about to do the damn thing. I'm about to get my colonoscopy because all of us have lost too many friends, family members early, like people that haven't even gotten to the age of 50 or just barely in their 50s and passing away from cancer and other things, that could have either they caught it early or they knew about it and couldn't do anything. But we all have to get those checked out. Please, fellas, stay up on your checkups, because sadly we have to report that we have to say goodbye to Leonard Hub Hubbard, the former bass player of the Roots crew, and he had been fighting cancer since 2007.
Yeah, he left the Roots in 2007, and Hub was such a fixture. I actually posted a picture of him on Twitter. Hub always looked like Hub. He was either going to have that hoodie up, he was going to be present on that stage, and ended up having to leave the band in 2007. And, sadly, we lost him today. So definitely shout out to his family, and huge musical loss. But his legacy is long,
Absolutely. And we have to say goodbye also to last week. You had just brought this gentleman up.
Yeah. So last week we talked, we sent love over to Blackberry, who was in transition, and 2 days ago, I think it was the 13th, Blackberry did transition. And it's been beautiful watching the tributes that have come in. He was such a fixture in the San Francisco arts and activism scene, and just watching all those tributes come through is amazing. His album Finally is still back there. I listened to it twice this week. Great songs. I feel like we should do a side thing where we just kind of play some of these pieces, some of these records from these folks that we've lost kind of outside of, Facebook and YouTube. But just, another huge loss this week.
Absolutely. And last but not least, we have to say goodbye also to an author who challenged the way we think, right?
Yes.
Author whose work is still inspiring generations to practice radical self-love. And I'm talking about, of course, Bell Hooks passed away yesterday. Yeah, man.
It's crazy. I think I was living in Michigan the last time I saw Bell Hooks on stage, and you said all of what it is. Like, she really did challenge us, in particular as Black folks, to expand our meaning for what it means to love one another and love ourselves, and wrote about it and was unapologetic about it, and stood in Black feminists. She was, just a powerhouse, and will absolutely be missed as well.
Absolutely. And I found out that Bell Hooks, I saw that there's an article where she talked to Little Kim. Mm-hmm. Bell Hooks was very involved in youth culture and, hip hop, because these are all things that, inspire a generation and help us to think. Like I was saying, she helped us to think critically, or at least her writings challenged people to think critically.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads us into today's topic. We're going to lighten up the mood.
Yes.
Which we always do. And thinking critically, but if you can't think critically, don't worry, because at this time of year, somebody's going to produce a list.
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
A list for you to, if you didn't know what you liked this year, they're going to produce a list to help you remember all the stuff that you forgot to buy or to listen to this year, because they deem it important. And of course, we're talking about Rolling Stones releasing their top 50 songs of the year. And, that's cute for Rolling Stones to have their say. Other publications are going to have their say about what's top songs of the year. But what does Q Points say?
What do we have to say? And listen,
that's what's important.
Listen, we're about to give it to them. One of the things as we get into this topic, because this is going to be meaty. So for all of you that are joining, please weigh in. I do want to do something before we jump into that, Sir Daniel. I want to shout out folks who have been sending us love over the last couple of weeks. And so I want to read a couple of reviews that we've got, because you love Q Points, and you should leave us a review, because it really does help to spread the word about the show, as I said in the recording at the beginning. But I want to bring in a couple of reviews. So I'm going to start with Luxtorama. And Luxtorama said, Q Points is one of the best music podcasts out there, point blank, period. It's like dipping into music crates with your most knowledgeable friends. The hosts clearly love music and the craft of it all. Thanks for the experience. And so shout out to Luxtorama. Thank you for the 5 stars. Thank you for taking that moment to type something, because it means a lot. You don't have to do that, y'all. If you just want to give us 5 stars, great. But definitely, if you can do that, that's amazing. I'll put the link in the chat in a second. And I also want to shout out this review. Now, this was on Podchaser. So the last review was on Apple. This review was on Podchaser, and it was specifically about a show that we did. So shout out to Corey Gums. Corey is the founder of the Black Podcasters Association, and Corey listened to the fashion show. And he told me about this before we did our podcast last week, and he listened to the show and said, great episode, took me down memory lane to my first pair of cross colors, and his Jabot jeans, he was playing football in them because he needed to play football, and he messed up his Jabot jeans.
As one does.
As one does. So thank you guys for this. Definitely going to check out your other episodes. So I just want to shout those folks out. So I'll put the link in the chat, because you too can hop on over to Apple or hop on over to Podchaser and leave us a review. So I'm going to drop those in the chat for folks.
Yes, thank you. Listen, your obedience will be rewarded in the end. I'm telling you, listen to what J. Ray is saying. Follow what he says. Do exactly what he says. Shout out to welcome to Patrick Tate. We see you in the chat room for joining us today. But yes, Rolling Stone, listen, Rolling Stone is iconic.
Yes.
Rolling Stone is an iconic music publication. It is pretty much the Bible as far as music is concerned, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And what publications and television shows like to do during this time of year is they start hitting you with lists. And like I said in the beginning, it's fine. Rolling Stones, that's fine. Essence Magazine, that's fine. A Variety, that's fine. Whatever they want to say. But what is important is, what does Q Points have to say? Because, our opinion is the most important, right? I mean, come on.
Y'all are here watching us. Listen, shout out. Listen, I'm excited. This is, yes, our opinion matters.
Absolutely. And of course, I say that, tongue in cheek.
Right.
But no, we really do want to go through this really quickly. So, so in full transparency, J. Ray, end of the year lists, they kind of make my eyes roll. I don't really subscribe to them, only because we know how the sausage is made, basically.
Yes.
And so, they don't really hold a lot of weight with me. I do like watching the fodder that it creates on social media. Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. I like end of lists from the standpoint of they always introduce me to something that I haven't heard, that I might like. So I tend to take them in as a way to get introduced to new things. I will say that when I looked at the Rolling Stone list, I think, and let's be clear. Q Points is a show about Black creatives and Black music, so we focused on the Black music in the list. There was a bunch of stuff that was the non-Black music that I dug, like that I was like, oh, I like this, but it's not for this list. Saying all that to say, though, there was I knew a lot of the stuff. I would say I knew half of the Black artists that were there. I think it was about half when I go down. It's a little more than half. I knew maybe 75% of the songs on this list. So I was only introduced to like a couple.
That's facts. So as usual, what we do is we reach out to you as well to get your feedback on, the way that the show is going and the topics of the show. And this week we dropped the question of the week, and we wanted to know, what is your favorite song of the year?
What is your favorite song of the year? I am going to put into the chat really quick the link so you can actually go ahead and send us a video. You should go ahead and do that. We want to know what your favorite song of the year was and why you like that song. So go ahead and submit your video. But we were able to get a couple of videos in. Should we play one of them?
Absolutely. Our friend Adrian.
Yeah.
He sent. Did I pronounce it right?
You did pronounce it right. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I don't want no problems. But no, Adrian sent in his submission, and I thought it was pretty dope. So let's go ahead.
I agree.
Hey, Johnny and Sir Daniel. In response to your question, favorite song of 2021, I'm going to go with a song that was only 1 minute and 41 seconds, almost like an interlude, but it was amazing. And I'm going to go with Big by Tank and the Bangas featuring Big Frida. I mean, that song gets me hyped. I wish it was longer, but especially with the year that we've all had, you know, Big Frida is the voice that will get you just dancing and partying. And it was a new sound for Tank and the Bangas. And so that's my choice for best or favorite song of 2021. All right, y'all be blessed. Keep doing what y'all doing. I love it.
Thank you very much, Adrian. Yes. And so the song, like you said, was barely over a minute.
Yep.
That's a trend now.
Yes.
Remember earlier in the summertime, we talked about the Twerkulator and how that song was barely 2 minutes long. But from what I'm seeing, that seems to be a trend going on with music. And from what I'm seeing is the songs that are the shortest are the ones that people love the most.
Yeah.
And slap the hardest.
It speaks to the fact that our attention spans are much shorter than they were. So let's put this in perspective, right? So if it was the 1960s, it was like 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Like it was like, you know what? You hit that, you get in, you get out, you're done. Then when you get to the 70s, them disco songs was like 10 minutes long. You know what I'm saying? And then we scaled back, and now we've scaled back even more. And it is really interesting to look at the fact that there are so many songs that hover between like a minute 30 and 2 minutes and like 45 seconds. And you feel like you've heard the whole song. You're good.
Yeah, but I also feel like people want more. You know, they definitely want more. And of course, you and I know, we know that's done on purpose.
Of course.
You know, what just came to my mind, remember when Rihanna dropped, had everybody
birthday cake.
Birthday cake. And boy, it literally was a snippet and people looped the hell out of it. I remember DJs were looping it so they could play it in the club that night.
Yep.
And until they could get a full version. And then she showed up with a full version featuring Chris Brown, which was
very surprising. By the way, I wanted to put that graphic up. I'm sorry it hit our faces. But while we talk about this, so that people, if you want to do a thing, you can leave it up. But that was surprising. But you know what? Rihanna was onto something, because that was the first time that in kind of this modern era where, and folks, you're absolutely right, Gil, folks hated it because we were used to longer songs, hated the fact that it was so short.
Oh, okay.
Hated the song.
I'm wondering if he meant folks hated the fact that Chris Brown was on it, or folks hated the fact that it was too short. So drop that in the chat, Gil. Yeah. Let us know. Did you mean whether the fact that Chris Brown was on the song, or was the song too short? Let us know.
Yeah,
but either way, I agree with you. Yes.
Yeah.
You want to hear what you have to say.
Absolutely. So I do think that was kind of the first iteration of where we are today, where now you can have a song. Oh, folks hated the longer version with Chris.
No. Okay, I thought that's what he meant.
Thank you. Thank you so much for clarifying, Gil. So yeah, this is an interesting time. I do feel like now where we'll end up probably getting to is songs getting back to that 3 minutes and 4 minutes time frame, because now we're getting so short. But who knows? I mean, our attention spans are like that.
Like, listen, and even shorter than that.
Right.
But so before we lose you all and your attention span, let's kind of delve into the first few songs that were on this Rolling Stones list. I believe this is pronounced Mo and Moray, a song called In the Blood. Honestly, I wasn't really interested. Didn't really care about it. But, hey. Next, after that, though, was Pop Smoke, who, of course, it's been 2 years now since he was murdered.
Yeah.
And they're still releasing music, but this song is a track with him and Dua Lipa. The current pop princess or queen of the dance, the clubs, and you know, it sounded like
I didn't dig this. Yeah, like it's fine. I didn't dig it. Like it was listed on my no category. It's funny, the Moray and the Mo joint, I dig that. I was like, well, I dig this. Now it's not in my top songs, but those are songs that I like. But the Pop Smoke and Dua Lipa, I'm like, okay, it's fine.
Now this song, when I heard it, I swore, I was like, oh yeah, J Ray is gonna like this. Mostly because there's two versions. There's a regular version and an acoustic version, and the acoustic version features her name slipped my Mavis Staples.
So see, I haven't heard that version.
Yeah,
I'll probably like that.
I think you will like it. But so we're talking about Valerie June, Why the Bright Stars Glow. Yeah, I thought you would like it, but I think you at first listen you were kind of on the
not a huge fan. Now, I love Mavis Staples, so I need to go and find whatever Mavis is doing, and it may make me feel all the things. I didn't dislike this song. It was just like, oh, okay. So yeah.
So next on the list, okay, so this was one of the first songs that I was like, okay, this is going on my I like this list. And it's Westside Gunn featuring Stove God and Jadakiss. And it's called Right Now. And quite honestly, Jadakiss, like I said, it was the reason why I listened to it. And Jadakiss is what did it for me on the song.
Absolutely. The reason why I feel like Jadakiss was definitely the draw. I was happy to get to his verse. He's of course the last verse. So I was happy to get to his verse, and I enjoyed his verse. So yeah, I thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's funny when I think of like my favorite things that I like. You know, it's funny, you have to weigh these things. You'd be like, oh, where does this stack up next to the stuff that I'm really into? So yeah, I dug it. I dug that. I dug it. It was okay.
It was cool, but can we talk briefly about that strategy that producers and record makers use of putting the favorite person on the very last verse to increase time listening? That's a radio trick.
That's a radio trick. It's perfect.
You want people to keep listening, so you want people to keep listening to the song, so you put the best verse for last. Little Kim verse on All About the Benjamins comes to mind first.
Yep.
It's like we had to wait through. Not saying anybody else was lagging on the song, but you waited. It was like, no, please do not cut the song, DJ, because we know we want to hear Kim's verse. So
absolutely,
it's a tried and true strategy, and so I believe that's what people are still using.
Yep.
And so Isaiah Rashad and Lil Uzi Vert from The Garden is up next. So I'm gathering you like that.
I dig this song so much. It's one of my it's one of my favorite hip hop joints this year. It's really enjoyable. It is so I'll do that at the end. But yeah, it ranked in like of this list, it ranked in like my top 5. So yeah. Really enjoy this joint. I mean, lyrically, it's not going like, it's not a lyrical song, but it has all of the ingredients. It's like an earworm. So yeah, I dig From the Garden. So yeah.
I could dig it. So let's dig into our mailbag because we got some text messages from our listeners as well. And I believe up first is from Kyriakos, who told us what his favorite song of 2021 was. My favorite song of the year has been Fellowship by Serpent with Feet. I turned 30 this year, and the lyrics really resonate with the fact that I'm moving through a new phase of life with people you love and keep near to your heart. Yeah. And, you know, I completely understand that because music literally is by your side through every single event of your life. Yep. All the good stuff, the bad stuff, the in-between. A song is going to trigger a memory for you. So that comment resonates with me as well. Thank you, Kyriakos, for tuning in.
thank you so much for, the support and for sending us that. Yeah, that song is dope. That song is super, super dope. So really, really good choice. And I'm glad to see that on the list. And as you can see, what's dope about end of lists, as you can see, and I'm sure people who are listening to this will experience, is there's going to be stuff that Rolling Stone would never have on the list, but that you should absolutely have heard and be listening to on your list. And that joint by Serpent with Feet is one of them.
Most definitely. Speaking of which, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more towards the end, but we've compiled our own list of stuff that we think should be running through 2021 and beyond. And so we'll get to that a little bit later.
Absolutely.
But so I'm going to let you take on. Well, so the next up on the list is Bia, the rapper Bia, featuring Nicki Minaj, Whole Lot of Money. And you know what? I'll say this. The song performed well in the clubs over the summer. The Nicki feature was a very good look for Bia because, for those who don't remember, Bia was featured on the WeTV series Sisterhood of Rap.
Oh, yeah, I believe that. Okay.
Yeah, so she was on that reality show, Sisterhood of Rap, and we never heard anything from her since then. But now, this was a great look for her. I'm very interested to see her develop her delivery and her stage presence. I'm very interested to see what happens in the future with her.
Yeah, no, I dug this joint. It's a fun song. Nicki showed up. I mean, Nicki does what Nicki do. When she come on, you want Nicki on your joint. If I had a song coming out and if I had the option to would I put Nicki on a song? I don't know, but Nicki would deliver. But the point is, it was great. Sure. So super good song. The next song is, listen, I am so proud of Leela James. Leela James has had a good return in 2021. Complicated has done really well on R&B radio. It plays all the time here in Philly. And so it was nice to see Rolling Stone include this song. I was actually really surprised. But it's a dope joint. If you haven't heard Leela James's Complicated, check it out. And it's from her new record. I think the new record is called See Me. And totally worth it, and was happy to see that on the list.
Absolutely. And thank you, Wani Lovitz, for checking in. Yeah. Sia and Bia were standouts on the show as well. So yeah, I remember that as well. Thank you for checking in and for joining us. And, as far as Leela James is concerned, Complicated is classic Leela James.
Absolutely.
Leela James. And it's a solid bliggity black radio cut. Yep. It's like, heritage radio. It's a no-brainer for programmers. So yeah, shout out to Leela James. Okay, this one, I'm going to let you introduce this next one because you dug it. But I have a block with this kid. I just can't.
So, Meek Mill, it's sharing location. So it's Meek Mill, Lil Baby, and Lil Durk. I like Lil Baby. I think it's a fun song. I have enjoyed it this year. I think I can't remember when I heard it. It might have been like September. It was fairly recent that I got into it. And I was like, oh, I dig this. So when I had to compare my wall of things, this is definitely one of those ones that I squarely enjoyed. Very much in kind of the new hip hop, new school flavor, much like the Isaiah Rashad joint is. And I think it's fun. So yeah, if you want to check out Sharing Locations by Meek Mill, Lil Baby, and Lil Durk, J. Ray recommends it. I think it's fun.
Yes.
You like, great.
and I will say this: I don't have an issue with the song. I don't know. It's just a block that I have with Meek Mill. I think remember last week we were talking about people's appearances and how they carry themselves on social media is kind of torpedoing them. Yeah, in a sense, in the public eye, and he's just one of those people for me. It's and other than that, it just kind of overshadows the music. And so when I hear the music, I'm just like,
yeah,
you know, womp, womp, womp.
Right.
But listen to J. Ray. J. Ray's got a good ear. J. Ray says it's good. You should pay attention. Now, this next joint, listen.
It's a great song.
Let me tell you. Willow Aloysius Smith showed her butt on Transparent Soul with Travis Barker on the drums. I absolutely dug this. It was the perfect song for her.
Oh yeah,
perfect song for her. It wasn't forced. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't like her trying to put on, you know, her brother's clothes or anything like that. It was just really comfortable, and she rocked it. That this out on this whole list is my number one pick.
Wow!
Out of all these songs, that's my number one pick because it's authentic. It's authentic to Willow. It's Willow Smith. I can't see anybody else singing the song but Willow Smith, and she executed it to perfection.
I agree. This is squarely in the. So I read something. It's just like it evokes a time in music when pop rock was just kind of doing like a thing, very much in kind of the Avril Lavigne,
the Gwen Stefani,
and all of that era. And I think it's perfect for Willow. So yeah, really, really enjoy these coming through. I think we have some bots that are joining us on YouTube, and so I'll take care of those. Yeah. But so enjoyed that joint. So that's a good joint. So definitely check out Transparent Soul by Willow Smith. She just goes by Willow.
I think so. If we have bots, I think that means we've arrived, right?
I think we've arrived. We have bots now.
Yes. Do not interact with them, folks. They're not real. They are not real. Who's next up?
So who's next up is actually we're going to go to Megan. So of course, Megan Thee Stallion. We're going to go on down. Thought stuff. I don't think we can curse on here because they might do a thing. Thought-ish. Yeah. Fun song. Yeah. Megan won with this song. I mean, she's been having such a great year, but she won with this song. No complaints about this. Good choice for Rolling Stone.
Absolutely. It just made sense. You know, it was, you know, it's Meg.
Yeah. Good for her. Meg. Hot girl Meg.
Right. Hot girl Meg. You don't really have to think too hard. It literally is about the beat. If you've got good knees, you can drop it low to it.
She gives you instructions. She's like, hands on my knees, push it down and something. She gives you instructions on exactly what to do.
Exactly what to do. And on top of that, it was a very TikTok friendly song.
Very much so. Yes.
And as we discussed before, TikTok will help elevate your song to new heights for sure. Yeah. Next on the list, did we skip Protege?
We did skip Protege, and only because I think I put Protege on my list by accident. So yes, I know that we're going down my list. So Protege had a joint called Still Royal. I don't know that it fits into the categories that we are talking about. So yeah, I did just kind of jump over that. But if you're into Protege Still Royal, drop it in the chat. It's a fun joint. Yeah. Polo G, I was not familiar with this song. So this actually was one of those ones I was like, oh, I don't know this joint. So yeah, I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it's all right. So
yeah, it's all right.
I promise we're not trying to be, being extra or different. It's just, you know, everybody reacts to stuff different, and we have different ears just like you do. Yeah. So we are just keeping it real. Now, I know you dig this one.
Woo, no baby.
Rainforest.
Woo, baby. Yeah.
Who made a lot of noise earlier this year on Twitter.
Yeah.
For a lot of stuff, a lot of comments that she made, and going back and forth with certain rappers. But tell us why you like the song. Yeah,
no, like the song because I think No Name is really talented. I do think her Twitter persona overshadows some of the music stuff. So you like there's some artists that are like that. We were talking about one offline earlier, but I do think that her Twitter persona this year kind of became the topic of conversation because No Name is incredibly outspoken, because she is also committed to community. She's had very specific views and ideas about that have been talked about on Twitter. But no, Rainforest, I think, is a good display of No Name's talent and explains why, she's able to do what she does. So I enjoy Rainforest. I will say that out of Rolling Stone's list, this was my number 2 pick. So my second favorite joint on here. So yeah, I really like this joint.
Would you say, because we mentioned her earlier, Bell Hooks, would you say Bell Hooks would appreciate a No Name and what No Name stands for?
I think so. It's interesting. I don't know, Bell, well, who knows? Bell had a lot of interactions with a lot of folks. I don't know if No Name is one of those people, but I need to go over and see what No Name had to say on her Twitter. I'm sure she had something to say about Bell Hooks, potentially. So I need to check that out. I'm not sure. It's hard to say, but I do think that she's a talent, and we'll probably be hearing from her for a while. So, yeah.
Absolutely. What's in the mailbag? I see somebody else sent us a quote regarding their favorite.
Oh, really? Yes, we have another quote. Hold on one second. I'm going to switch over. And so actually what I want to do is I'm going to do Derek's right now. So Derek Vaughn sent us Rumors by Lizzo, which was surprising. Rumors by Lizzo. It's an anthem after 2020. Who gives a damn about what anyone's thoughts are about you? And the beat is everything. So shout out to Derek. Derek V. Willis. He's Derek Willis now. I said Derek Vaughn. So Derek V. Willis. And
yes,
congratulations. Congratulations. And yeah. So Rumors by Lizzo was Derek's favorite choice. And thank you so much for sending that in.
And that was the Cardi B feature too, right?
Cardi B was on that joint. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was it's crazy how fast time moves, because it feels like forever that song came out, but that was 2021.
And I'm glad you said that, because I've noticed that a lot of songs kind of come and go. Mm-hmm. Like I have across the board. Like It's a real flash in the pan. We hear it, we see the rollout, the hoopla, and then next thing you know, radio silence until the next project comes out.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if that's a strategy, like an on-purpose strategy, or
no. I think that's an anomaly this time. During this time, that's why I think that song sticks out. Okay. I also think that the artists that we're about to talk about next stuck out until the record came out, which we're talking about. Silk Sonic was on the list, and Leave the Door Open. They ran that song for what felt like a year. It wasn't a year, obviously, but it was just around forever. And typically you don't see that in this day and age. Like, you release a song and you better have like another song coming fairly quickly.
Yeah. And because once that dropped, it died down, then it was radio silence.
Yep.
Until they finally dropped the next song.
Yeah, then the next one was Skate, and that was different. And then the one that I like is that new joint, like that oh shoot, and I can't remember the name of it now. Whatever the new Silk Sonic joint is.
It's the anthem. It's the Baby Father anthem.
It's the Baby Father anthem.
For all you dudes that are in the club with all your friends commiserating about your baby mamas, and you want to take your shoes off and drink and pour up liquor in the club and say that bitch this and that bitch that, yeah, that's your song.
Yes.
That is definitely your song. So it's so weird. Like, songs, they come and then they just disappear today, but like you said, it's not, I don't know, I think it's just the nature of how people's attention spans are, and smoking out the window.
Smoking out the window. Thank you, Trey. My old age just jumped right in. I'm like, child, I like that song. I don't remember what it's called. Right.
Both of us. What's that song by that young man? The young man that looked like Michael Jackson. What's that song? What's that song? But I think so. This next artist had a huge year.
Artist of the year, point blank period.
Point blank period, and he knows how to get underneath people's skin. He keeps them bothered. He stays on their mind 24/7. Of course, we're talking about Lil Nas X's Montero, Call Me By Your Name. The video, of course, was a monster. It ruffled a lot of feathers. It made some people unhappy. But it's not traditional rap by any means, but the hook, and I believe just the energy that Lil Nas X was bringing, and the what he was standing for, I think just rang through. It was like a signal, an anthem. I think this will be his anthem, his calling card.
Yeah, man.
For generations to come.
Absolutely. And I will say, shout out to Lil Nas X. And the reason why I say Artist of the Year, now I would not have imagined in 2018 when Old Town Road came out that Lil Nas X would be the juggernaut that he is. He is so past one hit wonder at this point. And what's dope about him being on this list is you could literally have swapped Montero out for Industry Baby or Industry Baby out for That's What I Want, and it would fit perfectly. Like, all three of those singles snapped. And that is, I think, the power of Lil Nas X's talent. So I am really proud. That's our little brother, Lil Nas X, out here making things happen. So shout out to him for having an amazing year.
Amazing year, talented, really dope team behind him. Yep. I mean, you just can't. Oh, so you know what just came to my mind?
What?
I want to ask you, was there anything on this list that you just knew was going to be on here but was not on here?
No. No, I actually was surprised more. Like their number one, I was like, that's my joint right there. I would never have imagined, because I live in such a bubble. I don't actually know how big that song is. I just know that I really like that song. It's the next song we're about to talk about. I wouldn't have imagined that it would be their number one tune. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I totally dig that. Like, when I'm in the car, I'd be like bopping and rocking to WizKid. Essence is an amazing song.
It was something. First, I'm gonna say I didn't get it at first. Like, if I hear a song on like my laptop or on my phone, sometimes I don't automatically feel the gravitas of that song, right? So it took me playing it in a club and seeing people leave their bodies when the song played for me to be like, oh, yeah, okay. I see what it's doing to people, and I see the effect what it's had. Okay, I get it now. It's easy to transition into different sets and segues, so it works from a DJ standpoint. So yeah, I agree why it's Rolling Stone's number one for sure. I definitely agree.
Yeah, man. So that was our rundown of. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say we had another video.
We do have another video, so let's do that real quick.
Let's do that before we run into the other topics that we're going to talk about.
Yes.
So another friend and listener of the show sent in his pick for the song of the year, and I was pleasantly surprised by this pick.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Yeah, we'll talk about this after this. So watch this and we're going to talk about it.
My favorite song of 2021 goes to Smith, Round and Round. It is such an infectious, bomb-ass song that you can just loop over and over again, round and round, no pun intended. It's just written well. I really love how, like, when you get to know the song, you know the ad-libs and you know when they're coming, but you're still excited about them. Like, I'm still like, yep, that's my part. Like, it's just a great song. I also love the way the song, like, it feels good and it kind of has like this kind of bounce element to it. So while you're grooving, you know, kind of want to shake your ass a little bit. So hands down, Round and Round by Smith is my favorite song of 2021.
Yo, I didn't know that song before Darius's video, and I played that joint and I was like, oh, this is squarely in J. Ray's sphere of what J. Ray likes.
Absolutely. And yes, y'all, my light went out. So
I was wondering what happened. I was like,
my ring light went out, I guess. So I guess the conversation was getting too hot, so the bulb blew out. It's all good. But I have backup. You see, I'm still glowing.
Yes.
I'm still glowing. But yes, so what's so dope about this song is that I had to go look up when Darius sent it to us. I had to go look up the song. I was like, oh,
yeah,
I know Smith. Because Smith has done work with another friend of ours, Rob Milton, who also has a dope song. They have a remix together of what's the hand clapping song that Rob did? Sunday Morning.
Oh, Sunday Morning. Oh, is that him on Sunday Morning? I like Sunday Morning. So I did know Smith. Got it.
Yes, and Smith is a wonderful. Not only is he a wonderful artist, but Smith is a great teacher because he teaches background singers.
Oh, amazing!
He's a vocal. Yes, he's also a vocal trainer. So he's definitely somebody to know, somebody to look for in the future. He's just a dope kid, and I'm really glad that he's getting some shine. Shout out to Rob Milton, who had a really great year as well, because he dropped a joint with, I know, and this is probably going to sound like we're bigging up only our friends, but he had a really dope song with another friend of ours, DDM, called PWN, Play With Me. So I thought that was a really dope song this year as well. Yeah,
no, absolutely agree. And Rob Milton is the hardest working man in music. I swear to God. I swear. Just, if you don't know Rob Milton, just go ahead, and I know that we've talked about him on this show before, go ahead and just follow Rob Milton stuff and just subscribe on Spotify and on Tidal and YouTube Music, whatever you use, because just a special artist with just a whole boatload of talent.
And he's a hoot. He's funny as hell. He is funny as hell. So I'm not going to let you get away, J. Ray, without talking about the non-blacks that you've led up into our atmosphere, into our sphere. I know that you had some picks, and you know what? Look, if you follow me on Instagram, I did one of those bubble stories, and I listed songs about white people that black people love. Well, this black person does happen to love some non-black singers. So,
yes,
J. Ray, please go ahead and run down the list of the non-black songs that you love this year.
Yeah, so this was, I was actually surprised, but because I live in a bubble, I don't know. I talked about the fact that the Japanese Breakfast record is one of my favorite records of 2021. Talked about that the last show. And so Be Sweet was on the Rolling Stone list, and I was like, oh, I really like that song. And Olivia Rodrigo goes so hard for me this year, and so they had Driver's License on there, and I was like, I like that song. So those are two joints that I just kind of put like, I really dig these, and if we weren't doing what we do at Q Points, they would be on my list.
I'm not mad at anything you just said. I dig it. But yeah, it's 2021 was very interesting. Another interesting year. I found myself really getting into classics, and again, what these past couple of years have done has made us look for comfort in certain things, and so I think that's why I tend to cling to classics.
Yeah.
But there were quite a few new songs that I thought were very interesting and very dope. And we actually the both of us came up with number ones of our own.
Yes.
Of songs and albums. So I think we're going to go with our number one picks for song of 2021. And J Ray, I want you to go first. You take it away.
Listen, if you've watched Q Points, you have heard me talk about this song. I am in love with Chawa's My People. That song, yeah, that is definitely my number one song of the year. I'm so happy that they've been nominated for a Grammy in like Best Roots, Regional Roots category or whatever. But yeah, so no, my number one song of the year was Chawa's My People. What's yours? What was your number one song this year?
So I have a friend by the name of Brandon Curitin to thank for introducing me to this next artist and their music. Because when I got sent the song, they were like, I'm really trying to get some DJs' opinions on this song. Tell me how you feel about it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, sure, okay, I'll listen.
Right.
But I truly ended up loving this song. Like, it really took me through the whole summer. It was just in my rotation in the car. It's by Darnell Miller. And the song is Keep On Pushing. And the song has a Kenny Bobian-esque vibe to it. It's got a nice little 4/4 beat. But it's the sentiment, it's the lyrics, it's the keep on pushing, because everybody can relate to a song like that. And I just really appreciated that song, and I was amazed at, at how it kept my attention for so long. And I was like, this song definitely has helped me throughout the year because of the type of song, and it had the right energy.
Yeah.
So shout out to Darnell Miller for Keep On Pushing. That was my number one song of 2021.
Great choice. That song is it feels so good. Yeah. And to your point of, we just got done, of course, talking about, short songs, right? This is a 6+ minute song. Yeah. And it does keep you right in there because it's doing that thing that we needed to do. It's talking to you, right? The song is talking to you. So definitely good choice, Sir Daniel. Keep On Pushing by Darnell Miller is a good joint. So yeah.
Thank you. Yes. All right. So you want to go into it? You want to do the honors?
Yeah. So we have, we also decided to pick our favorite albums of the year. And this was a surprise. I didn't know that I was going to pick this record. Okay. So yeah, my favorite record of 2021 is Little Simz, Sometimes I Might Be Introvert. That joint is a marvel. That record is a marvel. I can't get enough of how good it is. So if you're unfamiliar, go ahead. I'm sure Lil Simz will make a lot of end of lists, best of 2021 lists, but super great record. So that was my favorite record this year. I love playing it. I play it all the way through every time. So it's not a record I just pick a song from. I'll just like play it because I really enjoy it. So yeah. What about you?
Got it. All right. So my number one album, for me, it was number one because it was like a cultural moment. It wasn't just the music and it wasn't just the vocals, because if anybody can sing, this person sings down. That's not even a question. But of course, I'm talking about Hotels by Jasmine Sullivan.
Good choice.
Strictly for me, it was more so about how it held my attention listening to these women tell their stories. and they were kind of soul crushing at points, funny as hell. It ran the gamut of emotions, and there wasn't a whole lot of works, in my opinion, that did that to me or did that to everybody. And I mean, there was just a lot of chatter about it, a lot of, as think pieces and, club chat on Twitter about this particular album. It allowed women to pick out their characters. They had names on the album. Yes. And I saw a lot of women identifying, saying, oh, hey, yeah, I'm a Peaches, or I'm a Nefertiti, or whatever the names were. They were identifying with that. And I think that's so important, that art, you can see yourself in art. Yeah. It's very important for you to see yourself in art. It's very important for you to feel like somebody is speaking for you. And then, it also sparks other conversation. It sparks other thinking. So that is why, aside from Jazmine Sullivan's ridiculously otherworldly voice, yes, aside from that, it's just the whole way that Hotels makes you feel and makes you think. Even men, cisgender men, hetero guys are able to, can at least listen to the album and try to gain some insight and perspective. And Quiet as Kept, I'm pretty certain a lot of them figured out who they were on the album as well. They could have had their names in that list as well. So absolutely. That was my number one pick.
No, absolutely good choice. Jazmine deserves, she just been dope for so long. So it's nice to have this work be received, and also that this work is kind of considered like a mixtape, which is so weird. I'm like, girl, this is a record. So shout out to Jazmine Sullivan, and great album choice. So yeah, Hotels. I love that joint.
I think we both killed it, because again, it's nice whatever Rolling Stones has got to say. It's cool whatever Variety has to say. But what does Q Point say? I'm telling you. Listen, watch our YouTube channel and check out the playlist that we've created.
We about to put it in the chat, y'all. We went ahead and created, so it's a combination, right? It's the stuff that me and Sir Daniel really liked, but it's also the stuff that you said that you liked. Right. So if you jump up and send us a video saying that or text to something saying, here's what I like, you can also be in the Q Points best of. We're going to put it in the chat. Please go ahead and follow these. So we did it on Spotify. We did it on YouTube. We did it on YouTube Music, and we did it on Tidal. So you could just pick where you like to go.
Wherever you like to listen.
And put that joint. You could put it on shuffle, you could put it on whatever, and just really, really enjoy it and take it in. And we truly want to hear from you about what you enjoyed this year. But I'm going to put this last one in here. And okay, so one thing before we get out of here, Sir Daniel, one of the things that I realized, and I used to do this, right? Because I was trying to be, trying to sound smart. You would say, there's no good music, or I'm so glad good music is back. Here's the deal. There's never really a bad music year, y'all. You can always find something that you really like. You just have to go and look for it. So it ain't bad music, good music ain't went nowhere. People are still making dope stuff.
Absolutely. Again, just what J. Ray said, as long as you like it, it's good music. If it makes you feel something, if you wake up and you have to play this song while you're getting ready for work, it's your workout joint, it's your I'm driving to work song, and it's going to make me feel better. It's good music. Again, and we talk facetiously about what does Q Point saying, Q Points is the opinion that matters, but your opinion is what really counts and how it makes you feel. And we're all about the emotional connection that we have as a people to music and how it chronicles our lives in this country over these past few centuries.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm so glad we did this. And we are so honored. So this is our official, so we're going to give you all the rundown of what's about to happen over the next couple of weeks, right? So, we are having our holiday. It's going to be our last live show of the year next week. So y'all should come back.
Don't miss it.
Yes, do not miss that show. So we're going to be talking about Christmas songs, Black Christmas songs. That's going to be a fun conversation, but we have some guests that are coming to join us. So definitely look out for the advertisements because you're going to want to be in the house for that. And then the following week, we are going to do kind of the best of Q Points sort of thing. It's kind of like our end of the year thing. So you can still watch us. You can still do the thing. It's just that me and Sir Daniel will have done it. We'll be kind of off and enjoying the holiday time frame. But listen, it means so much to us that y'all just are here with us. Y'all come, y'all hang out, y'all listen. We get texts, we get emails, we get inboxes, and we can't be more grateful. So we hope that y'all like this playlist too. Like I was rocking the playlist today, like, oh, this playlist goes. Like this playlist goes. So I hope y'all feel the same way too. Because we love this, y'all.
J. Ray said it all. I'm just gonna echo what he said. We are literally texting each other every day about every and anything music related that comes up because this is a passion for us. Talking about music and this culture really brings out a different kind of energy in the both of us. And I appreciate, like J. Ray said, I appreciate all the compliments, the constructive criticism, everything that we receive regarding Q Points, because you guys have been here since show one. J. Ray, we are 30 years. We're 30. We're the 30. Dirty 30. This is our 30th show, y'all. And that, you know what? We just need to celebrate that because you guys have kept us going for 30 episodes strong. And here's to 30 more. And 30 more after that. Yeah. And we're just going to keep going and going until, we outgrow these little boxes. I'm telling you, mark my words, we're going to outgrow these little boxes. You're going to want to come with us. Yep. Trust me. Your two favorite uncles are going to be on a bigger screen. Yes. Mark my words. J. Ray, am I not known for speaking things into existence?
You speak things into existence. Absolutely. And no, I'm right there with you. Me and Sir Daniel have been very clear. This is just the beginning. Like we are learning and we want to take this thing and we want all of y'all to come too. Because this is, we want to have these conversations about the stuff that we love. And here we are doing just that. So, yeah.
So listen, like I always say every week, you have a choice. You can either pick up the needle or you can let the record play. I'm DJ Sir Daniel.
And I'm J. Ray, y'all. Peace.
Thank you for another episode of Q Points. We'll see you next week.